All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the ASAP Afternoon Blitz, Friday, April 28th, 2023. Damn, this month has flown by. But we had a big night last night. Had the first round of the NFL draft, so got a lot to talk about that way. Joined by Jay McLevin and Foxborough Frankie C. He switched it up today via the day after the draft. I know Frankie's happy with his pick. I'm came around. I'm pretty happy with our pick because I could have been Levis. But I know Jay's not very happy. But how's it going this
Ugh,
morning, Jay? Or afternoon? Excuse me, afternoon.
I don't know, man. I was telling Frankie, I never trust a man whose first name is Maisie. I don't know. It, it just sounds terrible. It just sounds like a terrible. His name, Maisie Smith, sounds like a fifth round pick. Just the name alone sounds like a fifth round.
Oh
I felt,
wow!
I, I felt like Mayer was there. Obviously, I would have liked to have gotten the other guy. He's a little bit bigger guy, but Mayer was there. Mayer, a lot of people and I get it. A lot of people are comparing him to Jason Witten, and Dalton Schultz, as you know, is pretty much out the door. I think at this point because Jerry's not going to pay that much money to him. So we had the opportunity to, go back in time and get a tight end that really would have helped our offense about not only blocking but passing, receiving the whole nine, and we missed out. And we missed out. And all I can do now at this point is hope and pray that at number 9 in the second round, the Cowboys could redeem themselves and I'm gonna say May and Mayer will be there and we can still grab them. That's all I can hope for at this point. What a time to be alive. Oh, by the way, congratulations on the Rangers win. I needed that. I need one more. Frankie, I need you to conjure up one more win from the Yankees, please.
Won't happen tonight. Sorry, buddy. Clark Schmidt's on the mound. He's got to go up against Jacob DeGrom, so it's not happening
Uh,
tonight. Sorry.
all I can hope is that Jacob DeGrom's old ass will tweak the left side again and go down in the second.
Jay hoping for injuries.
Hey, I'm hoping wherever I can get, damn it. I'll take it all.
And I just got the confirmation that our defending fantasy league football champion from last year is gonna return for another season
All
to
right.
defend his throne.
He's about to be dethroned. And we're going to war.
No, but at the top of the draft, you had Bryce Young go number one, which I mean, I think all of us thought that was going to happen. But Houston surprised some people. Everybody said they were going to take defense at number two. Well, they didn't take defense at number two. They went with Stroud, but then they came right back at three and took the defensive guy that everybody thought they were going to take at two. So I thought it was a big night for Houston, and D'Amico Ryan's really kind of putting his stamp on this team early and getting two guys that he can kind of build around.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Your captains on offense obviously is your QB, and then on defense is your linebacker. So you're right. You got both driver's seats filled. Now all you got to do is make sure you have all the components for that driver to run with. And I think they definitely took a huge step forward. As you're right, they took a huge step forward in the first round. So good kudos on them. Secondly, I really thought that Philly made out getting Jalen Carter, and I got to be honest with you, man. That defense is going to be scary again next year, man, or this coming up season, man. They're looking good.
And not only that, Jay. Not only did they get Jalen Carter, they got his partner on the
Yeah,
other side of the ball
they did. Oh, Nolan
late.
Smith,
They got
wasn't it?
Nolan Smith late at
Yeah,
like 28 or something like that.
yeah,
20, no, 30, 30. They had him at 30 because the
right.
Chiefs had 31. So you go and you get his tag team partner, Nolan Smith, at number 30. Now, within the past 2 draft years, the Eagles have 4 Georgia defensive linemen that both, well, you have the 2 that just won this year
You had N'Kobe
that are
Dean on
back
there
to
too.
back. You have the
Yeah,
2 that you just got from this year's draft. They won back-to-back national championships. Then the two that you got last year won national championships before that. So
Yeah.
like it's like you got your star-studded defensive line team is national champions and all played with each other. It's crazy. It's insane.
So it almost makes me wonder, based off of that logic, did the Eagles steal the draft from
I think
Houston?
they do. I think they do after getting Nolan.
To get all those complementary pieces and put them all together like that, you know, and again, Houston's got to pay Stroud, and they also got to pay Anderson for those high draft picks where they win.
But you don't got to pay them for a whole lot of money until 4 or 5 years.
But you know what I'm saying? They're still paying them more at the higher you draft rather than getting them the other guys at the lower spots.
Yeah, I really like what the Eagles done, but I think I would put Houston just a little bit ahead of them for round one, just because they got the quarterback. Philadelphia already has a quarterback, of course, but I mean, getting your quarterback and getting the linebacker like they did, but I would put Philadelphia right up there.
Yeah, and by the way, since they locked up Jalen Hurts, they also by default locks up AJ Brown because he said as long as Hurts is there, he's going to stay there. So
well, yeah, but I mean, things can always change too. He could have.
Oh, I mean, of course, things can always change. Hell, yeah. I mean,
AJ
but let's be honest. The vibe in Philly is pretty good. Yeah, I'm just saying the vibe in Philly is pretty good. And I got to be honest with you guys, and I hate to say this because Philly, you know, especially with what's his name going over to the Jets now, Aaron Rodgers, like Frankie was saying, that the AFC is getting weaker and weaker as we go along, or the NFC, excuse me, is getting weaker. And I got to be honest with you, there's not going to be a whole lot that's really going to challenge. That's really going to challenge the Eagles from getting going back to the playoffs again. Honestly, I mean the finals. Excuse me, the Super Bowl.
There is a team that can stop them, Jay.
49ers.
No, Chris, no.
I mean, you can probably
the Dallas Cowboys could stop them
with
this new draft pick that they just picked up.
Shut your mouth. Now you're just being an a-hole.
I'm just saying. I mean, it would have if you guys would have got Will Levis, y'all would have been Super Bowl contending teams. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, that's true. Honestly, and I don't want to be too hard on. I don't want to be too hard on Maisie Smith. How long it took you to grow your beard that long? I don't know, man. You know, I've always been able to grow a beard relatively quickly. I think this one, I shaved it. I had it pretty good in length, and then I shaved it down almost to the skin. And so I would say maybe, I don't know, 8 months, 8-9 months, maybe. But, you know, Maisie Smith, I don't want to be too hard on her because we do need a run stopper. I mean, honestly, we really do. If you look at the Cowboys defense, our run defense was pretty soft. So maybe Maisie, I love that word, Smeezy Smith can do something in the middle. And that's my
Jay, you need to be consistent, bro. Because when the show started and before the show started, you just said that you hate that name.
I do hate that name.
But you literally just said 2 seconds ago, I love that name, Maisie Smith. You got to stay consistent, bro. Stay on one train.
No, I was being consistent. Okay, there's a thing called sarcasm. I need you to learn what sarcasm means. I was being straight up sarcastic.
No, I don't think so. We know when you're being sarcastic. You were being real on that one because you're trying to look at the positive view of why you guys got Maisie Smith when realistically you guys should have gotten a tight end and then worried.
Of course, we should have got a damn tight end.
And then worried about getting Maisie Smith in the second round if that's who you wanted to go with, because nobody was going to pick up Maisie Smith.
Again, I said that name sounds like a 5th round draft pick, so take it for what it is. But you're right. You're right. I am trying, like Gonzo slept on it, realized he could have got Levis an AR-15, even though I know Frankie Hayes hates to hear me say that. Anthony Richardson is looking better to Gonzo. And I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to think that maybe Maisie Smith can look better than me. But I really, really wanted a tight end, and Mayer would have been the perfect. So all I can do at this point, Frankie, is hope at number 9 he's there and that we can pick him up. That's all I can do at this point.
With the Colts, with the Richardson, it wasn't I didn't like Richardson. It just I think he's a project, so I thought getting him at 4 is a little more because of his inexperience. But
Right.
I still think it's a lot better choice than taking Levis. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree, and a lot of people agree with you because look how far he slid. He's still sliding. The slide hasn't even stopped yet. So apparently, a lot of people felt that Levis. It wasn't just the Colts. A lot of people felt that way, right? A lot of teams, let's say, felt that way.
I had a news earlier this morning that last night in a draft, late rounds in the 20s, going to the 30s, 3 teams were desperately and eagerly trying to trade up for another first round draft pick. The 3 teams were the Titans, the Raiders, and the Falcons. I believe it was the Falcons. Yes, those 3 teams were trying to make a trade in the late first round draft, so be on the lookout for these 3 teams to try and make some moves today in the second round or third round. But what does that tell you guys? That those 3 teams, who are desperately, let's be realistic here. Those 3 teams are truly desperately in need of a quarterback situation. So that looks to me like they saw Will Levis still on the board, going down and down and down, that they try to want to like trade up into a first round, another first round pick against these late rounder teams, but nobody wanted to do it. But those are the 3 teams that actually desperately need another quarterback. I mean, yes, the Las Vegas Raiders, they have Jimmy Garoppolo, but as Jay and myself and Chris, we all know Jimmy Garoppolo, how long can he stay on the field? Realistically, like, is the man going to be on the field the entire season, or is he going to get hurt within some point in the beginning or mid-season? I mean, you got, you're not going to want to bring in Brian Hoyer to back this dude up. Like, that's just, I mean, who is their backup? I don't know. Is it Brian Hoyer? I'm just
No, it
saying
is.
names.
It's Hoyer's their backup. I mean, it's crazy.
See, so like, it looks like the
If
Raiders just
Garoppolo goes
trying to.
down, you're going to see the second coming of Hoyer, unless they can draft somebody.
Yeah, so it looked like they wanted to go up and get Will Levis. The Falcons are desperately needing a quarterback situation. We were all mind blown and like jaw dropping moment when they ended up picking Bijan Robinson, which by the way was a good pick. It really was a good pick, an absolutely stud running back. So great pick for the Falcons on that part. But we all know that they need a star quarterback as well. The quarterback that they got now is not no star quarterback. I don't know how long he's gonna take this franchise to being a winning team, but it's definitely not going to be this year.
Right.
And then you got the Titans. How much trust can you put your hands to Ryan Tannehill? Now, you had this man for several years now, and he hasn't done nothing spectacular for you just yet. So you got to
True.
start looking towards the future. I mean, you got that dude Malik back there as a backup, and he's a pretty good stud when he comes in as well. He got a good arm and a good cannon, but is that the guy you want to run with if you move away from Tannehill? So those are 3 teams that can potentially move on up in the second round and try and get Will Levis out of there quickly.
Well, hey, to your point, or to expand upon your point about Malik Willis, yes, he's got some attributes, but at the same time, every time they've thrown that guy into the fire when Tannehill was down, he looked like complete poo-poo. So I don't know how he's looking now, but he has a long way to go before you can really feel comfortable about giving the reins over to Malik Willis. Let's just put it that way.
What are your thoughts on the Colts pick? I like the Colts pick, and I told Chris this yesterday, that if they, it was possible that they could have gotten C.J. Stroud. No lie, no doubt. They easily could have gotten C.J. Stroud, and if the Colts really wanted to get C.J. Stroud, they could have worked some way around it and traded with Houston and move on up or anything like that to get him, but they didn't. So Houston quickly got C.J. Stroud and then made a splash in getting the number 3 pick as well and getting their defensive guy, which realistically led it to the Chris and the Colts to get Anthony Richardson. I'm not going to say AR-15 because that's my boy Austin Reeves. Don't disrespect him like that again, Jay. But Anthony Richardson,
You didn't like when I said that.
it was a good pick, and like Chris said, you should rather be happy about getting Anthony Richardson rather than getting Will Levis. It really truly is. Hell, you could even be happy getting Hendon Hooker than Will Levis.
Yeah, I was hoping Hooker, but with Richardson, I think fans just have to realize it might have to be a little patient because it might take a little bit of time because he does have to be developed. But I do like our head coach we have because he's been around a lot of different quarterbacks. He was with Rivers, then he was with Herbert, then he was with Hurts. So he's been with a lot of different style of quarterbacks, and he's been able to have the success with all different styles. I know last night after our show, I turned on the Pat McAfee. They had their big draft spectacular last night that they do every year, and he had before the pick, he had Chris Ballard on there for the Colts GM talking to him, which of course Ballard will give up anything, but then Ballard came back on during the first round a little bit after the Colts selected, and McAfee asked him. McAfee said, "Well, about a month and a half ago, I asked you were on the show and I asked you a question about moving up from forward to get a quarterback, and you told me that you didn't think you'd have to move up to get the guy you like." And he asked me, he goes, "Was you talking about Richardson?" And then he goes, "Yeah." He goes, We've been on Richardson for a while." So I think a lot of the reports about Levis to the Colts was more of a smoke screen than anything.
And the thing about I was pissed off. Right, the thing with Anthony Richardson, the only real thing you got to work truly with him is the accuracy when he's out of the pocket. When he's scrambling, and throwing, that's when his accuracy really takes a dip. And if they can work on that footwork, where his footwork is right when he throws the ball on the run, that's going to dramatically improve his accuracy. And I think that's really the biggest thing, just the mechanics of when he's scrambling and throwing the ball. That's really where most of the development for him is going to take place.
Yeah, and it's not just the accuracy. The other thing with him is he's only played like 12 games in college, so he don't have. Yeah. He's going to have to gain some experience. There's going to be
reading defenses is probably going to be the next thing they're going to have to develop too.
I mean, you lack a little bit of experience, but I think his ceiling's up here. You know what I mean? With his athletic ability and everything, he has a real high ceiling. But can they get him to reach that ceiling?
And I think that's where Gardner Minshew comes into play, right? I mean, you got a veteran quarterback in Gardner Minshew who's played and been in several different playbooks around the league, and then having the experience with the head coach that from back in Philly, them being together, you obviously have to start Gardner Minshew now. I mean, you don't want to throw Anthony Richardson. Yeah, I mean,
at least the first 6 or 7 games.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. But you want to get him in. Anthony Richardson. You want to get him in into the game at some point and feel the feeling of being in an NFL and stuff like that. But throwing him into the dog pound quickly and just like, listen, you're our guy. We're gonna start you. That's like, that's going over the top. Like Chris just said, the man played 12 games total in college, and as Tony said yesterday, the man is a 54%er. I mean, what else? What other chance can you go? Right? You got to go Gardner Minshew, the guy with experience, and have Richardson learn a little bit and develop more on the sideline until he's actually, you're fully comfortable and fully ready to throw him in there. But if you guys throw him in there right away, then yeah, the Colts fan base is going to have to, be easy on this guy and take some time because he is going to have to develop and get more experience level on the NFL part of it. It's like, unlike CJ Stroud, that man is getting thrown right into the dog pound with Houston. Like, you're a number 2 guy, you're a franchise and future quarterback. You're going in there, you're starting. With the Colts, it's not that situation. The Colts, you could start Gardner Minshew and have Anthony Richardson learn a little bit before throwing him in there. The Texans don't got nobody. I mean, you got Mills, but stop that.
And again, though, I'll tell you, if I was on the Texan side, I'm okay with that because the best experience you can give a man is taking the clipboard out and putting him on the field and just letting him learn and learn and learn. You can't. It's hard to learn when you're holding a clipboard. I'm not saying it can't be done, but with a guy like CJ Stroud, look, it's time. Just put him train him up, doing training camp, mini camps, 2-a-days, whatever, and then put him on the field and let's go.
I agree with you too. point, Jay, but you also can't put a guy out there too early before he's mentally ready, or because you can ruin his confidence, and then you've wasted a guy. So it's also I
Hey,
think
listen,
there's a line.
I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. You're either
But-
gonna learn or you're not gonna learn. You're either gonna swim or you're gonna sink, baby. It's the NFL.
And we've seen it work, but we've seen it work both ways. We've seen guys set out a year or two and come in and look and succeed. And we've also seen guys play right away. I mean, Peyton Manning, they put him in as a rookie. He led the league in interceptions. Next year, the Colts were 13-3. So I mean, you've seen it work both ways, and you've seen it go wrong.
Well, you're gonna expect a guy's first year. It's gonna be an up and hill battle because he's learning. He's
learning.
learning.
What worries me about with Richardson is where you might not start him first game of the season is the experience factor. So that's why I said I think Minshew starts at least the first half of the season, and then they might get Richardson in there. But hell, he could show up at training camp and blow everybody away and picking everything up quick, and they might put him in quicker. But I think Minshew starts probably the first. I'd say probably half the season. But something I was thinking about last night after we went off air, Bryce Young going to the Carolina Panthers. I'll tell you what, I think he's going to one of the best situations that we've seen a number one pick go to in a while. Usually you get drafted, you're going to a team that's terrible, which the Panthers are terrible record-wise last year. But if you look at their team, they have a pretty good defense. It seemed like for the most part, they were a quarterback away. Last year, they traded away some of their best players in McCaffrey, and there was another running back they traded away, or a receiver they traded away more. You trade away them, and then you kept winning at the end, almost made the playoffs. So I think Young's walking into a better situation than a lot of rookie number one picks do.
You mean like Justin Fields?
I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think so?
Man.
I mean, I think he's got a better situation than what a lot of number one picks do, just because.
Well, I definitely think he's running into a better situation. Like I said earlier, I think he's running into a way better situation than what Justin Fields ran into with the Bears. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, if he's going to go through a learning curve like everybody else, my biggest thing with him is again, can he stay healthy? He's a small guy. He's small, barely hitting 200, if that, just under 6 foot. Can't, and he's not a typically like a Kyler Murray guy that can run around, whatever. He's more of a pocket passer with some mobility. He's going to have his work cut out for him. And I think Carolina in the draft, if they don't feel comfortable with their offensive line, they got to solidify that offensive line to protect him.
I was kind of surprised more offensive linemen didn't go in the first round because.
Yeah, me too.
We always talk about teams need to improve their offensive line, and there was only a couple offensive linemen that went that whole first round. So I think you'll see a lot more go tonight.
Oh man, that's funny. Glenn said I hope he brought 2 suits.
for Bryce Young, I think he just dry cleaned it. I think he's walking into a good situation, but I also think it's I wouldn't say good because they didn't sign that coach that helped them win more games after making those trades. Mind you, they still had DJ Moore. They didn't trade him last year. They traded him this offseason. So they still have DJ Moore at that time. So he doesn't have a wide receiver that's good enough like DJ Moore right now. He doesn't have Christian McCaffrey, and he doesn't have the coach that actually helped them win a little bit after trading Christian McCaffrey. So now you're looking at it, and yeah, he's going into a good situation because of what the Panthers did last year and stuff like that. But you're also forgetting that they didn't have that coach that was helping them over that hump, that was getting them to the point where they had a win or go home situation with the Bucks. Like you had to go up against the GOAT and Tom Brady last year to decide if you're going to make the playoffs or not, and they didn't win it obviously because you had to go up against the GOAT. But now, you got to look at it. Bryce Young is going in there, and he doesn't have that coach that was winning them those games late last year. And now you don't have no DJ Moore, who was there after the Christian McCaffrey deal. You don't have Christian McCaffrey, who we all know was a top stud for Carolina. He just couldn't stay healthy. But we'll see what Bryce Young got. I mean, out of everybody here, you guys all know that I'm a huge, huge fan of every Alabama quarterback. Huge fan of every Alabama quarterback, and I feel like he'll be a good stud for them. I just don't think that this year, him being the number 1 overall, and we all know that he's going to start, I don't think he's going to have a really good season. I just think he's going to have an okay season. That's all. Stat wise, not winning record wise for the team, but stat wise for himself, I think he'll be pretty good.
His size worries me a little bit, just because, I mean, we've seen guys like Kyler Murray that have struggled to stay healthy, and that's the only thing. If he stays healthy, I think he has the tools to be a real successful quarterback. But man, that's the only thing that worries me on him. And Carolina has to improve that offensive line. They don't improve that offensive line, they let him take a beating. He's not going to stay healthy.
Hey, real quick,
Roger, to answer your question, I think the Jets make the playoffs. I don't have them in the Super Bowl, but I do think the Jets make the playoffs.
Hey, speaking of Rodgers and the Jets, so the NFL rumor says Aaron Rodgers to make $107.55 million in 2024 after the Jets contract restructure.
Chris.
That says he feels a little better today, but 53%.
Yeah, 53%. I give him a little bit more credit. I said 54%, but 53%, man.
Hey, real quick. So Mahomes, he says Mahomes is 6'2", 220. Young can end up being no. He will not be similar to Mahomes because, number one, Mahomes is a straight running quarterback that can throw the ball in all kinds of ways. He can scramble and get out of danger. Bryce Young, like I said, is a typical pocket passer that he does have some mobility, but you can't compare Bryce Young to Patrick Mahomes.
I don't think their two are going to be similar, but Mahomes is not a straight running quarterback. Mahomes
I didn't say he was a straight running quarterback. I said he has the potential to scramble and get out of dangerous situations.
Yeah, before you said that, you said Mahomes is a straight running quarterback.
Hey, why don't you pay attention, damn it?
You want me to go clip it and play it?
Clip it, play it later. Show it to him.
Damn it.
Chris is on
I wish I knew how to clip and play because I clip and play a lot of shit.
Jay, you put yourself in that situation, man. What you be saying? Like last night, we can clip you last night when you said we talking about the Bucks and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, what'd you just say? You just said we again for that?
Look, man. See, okay. If people are taking that literal face value, then you can say what you want. But everybody knows that when Jay speaks, he speaks from a one-on personality perspective. Not that I'm saying I'm attacked or we're attacked, whatever. Come on. God, so hard being in this world. Jay did say that. Roger, shut up.
Hey, Roger.
Who do your teams draft in the second round? Well, I already said who I hope they draft. I hope they get Mayer at number 9. Maybe the Cowboys can move up a little bit and make sure they get him. They got to get Mayer. They need a tight end, like in the worst of ways. So that's who I hope. I pray we get a tight end at number 9, if not sooner, in the second round.
Watch somebody draft up and then end up getting Mayer.
I think the Colts go offensive line or maybe a wide receiver. I think that's going to be their next pick.
Yeah, I also agree with my team. I said last night that I wanted them to go wide receiver, offensive tackle. They went Christian Gonzalez, fell right into our hands. Who wouldn't pick that dude up? I think the Patriots go wide receiver or offensive tackle today as well. But there's a lot of picks, bro. There's a lot of picks. We don't just got the second round, Tony. We got round 2 and round 3 tonight. This draft's from 7 p.m. to about midnight. We ain't doing no live stream tonight, damn it. I'm not doing it.
And you got the first round of the WWE draft.
Seriously, and I got the Lakers game. Like, what the hell? And the Bruins game. It doesn't end for me. I got so much shit to watch. I need like 6 TVs in my living room. You know what? I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings. The hell with it.
Hey, literally, hey, you know what you do? You go to Buffalo Wild Wings, you sit at the bar, you order some drinks and some wings, and you literally have 360 coverage of all of your shit.
Especially if you're in good with the bartender and you can get them to turn all the TVs to the channels you want.
Oh man, seriously, like, what are you doing showing tennis? Don't you know the freaking Bruins are on?
Seriously.
You better
Why is
turn
this
that
soccer
shit.
game on? Why is this soccer game on? It's 10:30. Damn it! Put on the Lakers game.
Why do man?
Hey,
I
Roger
hate the game
says
starts at
Colts really
10:30.
need to bump up that offensive line, Chris.
Yeah, I think that's what they go next. They do. You got to protect the quarterback. Don't matter who the quarterback is. If you don't protect him, you're going to struggle, son.
Watch the Colts go linebacker. Watch the Colts pig's gonna come out. Chris is gonna be like, "This is where we need an offensive tackle," and the Colts select linebacker.
If they go defense, they need to go corner or safety. They don't need to go linebacker. They need to go corner or safety if they're going to go defense.
Man,
Because we just shipped Gilmore off to the Dallas.
damn right you did, and we sucked them up like buttercups, baby.
And we had a breakout linebacker last year, and then we had we have Leonard. We have Shaq Leonard coming back this year at our best linebacker. So we don't need a linebacker. We need a cornerback or safety if we're going defense.
Oh my God! 60 sacks allowed last year.
Oh yeah, our offensive line was terrible last year. That's why people don't
I
realize
know.
how bad.
I know. You keep forgetting my team dominated yours last year.
Yeah. I remember that game.
Me too. That was the
game
best
was
game of the
ugly.
year. That was the best game of the year.
For you, it was.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. They said Jets took a linebacker that damn near shit my pants.
The Jets really, the Jets, what the Jets did was something that the Packers would do if they cut Aaron Rodgers. And you need somebody to protect Aaron Rodgers, and you go defense. Like,
Let me ask you this. Do you think Aaron Rodgers, when they made that pick and didn't go wide out, do you think Aaron Rodgers was like, the hell I get myself into?
For wideout? No.
Yeah.
He's got enough weapons.
Yeah, I don't think he was. And also, I heard last night.
Who's their tight end? If you don't mind me asking, I forget who's the Jets tight end.
I'd have to look. But I heard last night that the Jets offered for Rodgers to be in the draft room, to be in the draft room last night. And take part of it. But of course, he didn't. But I guess it was offered that he could sit in the draft room and all that last night.
You know what? New York. He's in my state. I'm gonna go and find Aaron Rodgers, and I'm gonna make his life live in hell. You came to my state now, buddy.
Hey, just so we're tracking, Sports Illustrated just put out Will Levis will not attend the second night of the NFL draft in Kansas City, per report.
Who said that?
Sports Illustrated.
Who the hell is Sports Illustrated?
You know who Sports Illustrated is. SI, baby. SI.com. I'm just saying, look, if a major publication like SI is putting that out, there's some legitimacy to that. So I don't think we will see Will Levis at that second round.
You still consider Sports Illustrated a major publication?
It's really not.
Well, they got great swimsuits.
I won't believe it until I see Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport fucking report something.
Oh, come on. If SI, look, I'm not saying that the best. If somebody's coming out and saying that, though, I would put some merit to that.
They did pick up the Jets did pick up a good tight end. They picked that Uzoma up that was what used to be with Cincinnati. So they have a decent tight end.
Jay, Sports Illustrated told Chris that the Colts were going to get Will Levis.
I'm not. Look, you can make fun of all that shit all you want. I'm just trying to tell you, when the motherfucker's not there at the second night, you heard it here first. That's all I'm saying. You get your dander up.
Well,
I see you
he's
trying
not
to
there.
poke fun at the bear. Look, don't
Hold
poke
on,
the
hold
bear.
on.
Don't
Hold on,
poke the bear.
Listen,
don't
listen,
poke the bear.
Listen. If he's not there the second night, it wasn't first reported here. It was first reported by Sports Illustrated.
Oh, see, there you go with that shit.
Just saying. It was reported by SI.com.
Yeah,
Touche, touche.
I was a little surprised that Joey Porter Jr. didn't get drafted in the first round. I figured he would go in the first round. Dad
we were
was
just
asking
talking about that. We were
And
just
then,
talking about that before the show.
Yeah,
started.
we were.
And then
Yeah.
Roger, I agree with you. The Jets do need to go offensive line.
I'm just wondering if Levis and Hooker go in the top 10 of the second round, or do you think
Hooker
they slide
definitely
even further?
I haven't even looked at. I'd have to look at the draft order. I haven't even looked at the
Well,
draft
I
order.
can tell you, I
It
had it
starts with
pulled up a minute
Pittsburgh.
ago, but
It goes Pittsburgh, Arizona, Vikings, and that's all I know. That's all I know.
Could we see Pittsburgh maybe take Hooker?
that's what I've been saying. Unless they really believe in Trubisky,
Not Trubisky. They got. It's not Trubisky.
Trubisky's a backup.
Yeah, that's Ritter. Not Ritter either. It's Pitts, right? What's his damn name? Pickett.
I'm about to say.
That's right.
Pitts is
That's right.
Pitts is in
Pickett.
Atlanta.
I forgot about Pickett. You're right. They have Pickett. Everybody, but you know what though, man? Come on. Everybody forgets about Pickett. Let me give it to Pickett. Jesus.
It's
Talk
Roger,
about
I don't
a
even
team
know
full of bullshit. God.
Listen, me and my
No,
wife,
don't-
we see something last night with Will Levis. He had two different girls sitting next to him and do two different times. He had his arm over both of them. I'm like, this guy is a stud. He is a pimp. He coming to the draft looking nice. He got two different girls sitting with him. Who's his girl?
Hey,
I
so
don't know who his girl is, Roger. He got too
so
many.
hey, so pick one, like you said, is the Steelers. Pick two is Cardinals. Pick three is the Lions. Pick four is the Colts.
The Cardinals got that third pick. The Lions traded that pick to the
Oh
Cardinals.
snap! Okay. So yeah, so you're right. Then you got Steelers, Cardinals, Colts, Rams, Seattle, Raiders.
I think
God,
I think
where the hell
Pittsburgh
was
might.
that?
I think Pittsburgh might go with Joey Porter Jr. because they could use some secondary help.
Man, we don't draft until pick 27. Oh my God, they better get up there.
Not only that, Chris, the legacy of his father also runs through Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And they like to do stuff like that. They like to run legacies with sports teams.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is, Dallas, if you're listening, you better give up some of them picks and trade up. Hey, 27 ain't gonna get it done.
Shit. Listen, that girl in the red was good looking. His sister was good looking. I don't give a shit. They were all good. Even his mom was good looking, yo. His moms look beautiful. I'm like, damn. I'm like, he got two different girls next to him. My wife goes, that's his mother. I go, well, his hand is on her knee. They probably sleep together. She hot as shit.
Hey,
hot mama.
and it could be a stepmother.
Exactly. You never know.
Nobody said it was a biological.
You never know.
I thought I saw her whisper in his ear. Hey, if you get picked, you're gonna get lucky tonight. That's what I heard
That could
him
be his
say.
foster mother. That could be his foster mother. She looked at him and said, she looked at him because he was getting so stressed. She goes, you need another drink, baby? You want me to go get you another drink, son?
Do you need another cocktail?
You want me to go get it for you?
Man, either way though, I do expect to see Hendon Hooker come off early. I think in that second round. I don't think he's going to be too far down. I just wonder who picks him up. I tell you what, if I'm Tennessee, I swear if I'm not Tennessee. If I'm Pittsburgh at that number one, I think I am picking him up. And then I'm gonna look at my squad, and I'm gonna get rid of somebody. Maybe I keep Pickett or maybe I keep Trubisky, whatever. But I think Hendon would be a good spot
They're
there.
not getting rid of Pickett.
They're gonna
They
get Joey
should.
Porter. They're gonna get Joey Porter Jr. Like Chris and myself said. They're gonna run
No,
that
I
family
get it. I mean, that's
legacy.
Steeler royalty, so I get it.
Well, not just that, because Pickett. The reason I said they're not giving him Pickett was their pick last year, and he's a Pittsburgh guy, and so and he didn't play terrible last year. I think they'll give him at least one. They're going to give Pickett another year. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they draft a quarterback, because I mean, you can sit somebody behind Pickett and get another young guy, because they could move on from Trubisky. But I think Pickett will be their starter this year.
Yeah, I mean, either way, but I do. When I look at what they have, and I see the kind of talent that Hendon Hooker, was displaying before he got hurt. I mean, and if he says he's ready to go week 1, I mean, that's a lot of talent, Chris, to pass up on and not take a pick. You know what I mean? That's a lot of talent.
Yeah, but Joey Porter Jr. is a hell of a player.
Oh, I'm not telling them not to take Joey Porter Jr. I'm just saying, if you need a quarterback or if you're not happy with what you got, Hendon Hooker is a damn good person to take a flyer on.
But like they do that, but they still have to start Pickett, Jay. If you really think about it, because Hendon Hooker is not 100%, and I don't think Mike Tomlin.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I don't think they pick Hendon. Yeah, I don't think they pick Hooker and then just throw him in his first season. I think you pick Hooker, and you're right. You throw him behind Pickett, and then if he's going to
be a third stringer
out, then you throw Hooker in there and see what you got.
He'll be no lie. If he goes to Pittsburgh, he's going to turn out to be a third stringer quarterback. It's just that's how it's going to work. It really is. That's how it's going to work. He's going to be a third stringer quarterback because you got Pickett as your starter, and they feel more confident with having Trubisky behind Pickett, because realistically, Trubisky was supposed to be and actually was the original starter of that team. So if Hendon Hooker goes to Pittsburgh, he will end up being a third string quarterback. He has a better chance of getting
Rams. Hey, but you know what? I wonder if the Rams pick up Hooker at number 5, because Stafford's not going to get any younger, and maybe they stash Hendon Hooker behind Stafford and see how that unfolds.
And I can tell you right now, no, you want to know why? Because Matthew Stafford's coming off an injured year. And how confident are you this year that Matthew Stafford can stay healthy? If Matthew Stafford ends up getting hurt by week 6, week 7, now you have to throw in Hendon Hooker in there. And he's not going to be 100%. Torn ACLs are not going to make you 100% the next year. It's
I don't know.
Take some time.
According to Hendon Hooker, he says he's ready to go week 1.
That's Hendon Hooker. Of course he's going to say that, because the man wants to get drafted. He wants to go to an NFL team.
I mean, I get that.
He might be ready. He might be ready to start working out and be on the field, but it usually takes a year, another year.
All that. I get all that.
Year of playing before you get usually back to your top level.
Dak Prescott broke his ankle. He was in the hospital saying, "Bro, take this cast off me. I'm ready to go out next week."
So what about number 9? Saints are drafting at number 9 in the second round. Do they pick up Hendon Hooker and put him behind Carr?
That would be smart. I thought that the Saints were going to do that last night in the first round, because when I looked at it, the Saints had like 20-something. Every other team behind the Saints didn't need a quarterback. But when we talked about it last night, we even said it. Derek Carr is their starting quarterback, but they don't have nobody to back up Derek Carr. I mean, you got what's his name, the tight end over there that sometimes.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill. I mean, you got him, but the man's a tight end. He's a tight end. Keep him at tight end. You should have drafted Will Levis or Hendon Hooker and have your backup right there behind Derek Carr, leaving Taysom Hill to be a third-string quarterback if you want him to, but that mainly focus him on being a tight end actually now. Right. But they didn't. They still have a chance today.
Yeah. Though, hey, he'll be a cheap pickup. You throw him behind Carr. Carr, most likely, unless barring an injury, which I don't, I hate to say that, but I think Carr will play well over there. And Carr's in his 30s. And I think it gives Hendon Hooker time, like you said, to get himself, fully healed up. And I think New Orleans will be a good spot for him. Wow, what a time.
Yeah, what a time, man. We got Christian Gonzalez, baby.
I don't know. From now on, I'm nicknaming Gonzo 53%.
I'm gonna name you. What's his name?
You can call me Maisie Smith. I'll take it. I know that's what you're
I'm
thinking.
gonna just call you Maisie.
You can call
every
me
day
Maisie.
I call you. Every morning I call you. I'm gonna say good morning, Maisie. Jay on vacation in Houston. Hey yo, Maisie, how's your vacation going?
Damn.
You know, normally, and I get to enjoy this because normally Bill Belichick makes stupid first-round draft picks choices, and everybody trashes me for that. Like Jay himself was literally getting ready to trash talk me if we picked up the wrong person. He even said,
I
if you don't get a
so
wide
gonna trash
receiver,
talk you, man.
he's like, if you don't get a wide receiver or an offensive tackle,
Bro.
man, I'm gonna remember this moment. Then we get up getting Christian Gonzalez, and Jay was just shut closed.
I mean, again, the Gonzalez pickup was a good pickup, but I still think you might be regretting that Jason. Or
of course it was
yeah,
a
I
good
think I'm
pickup.
regretting that one. Was that?
Of course it was a good pickup. So of course it was a good pickup. He's a Gonzalez.
Damn right, baby, all day. He's just a little smaller version.
But listen to this though, because you say that we should have got JSN and we should have got Zay Flowers and stuff. But while they were talking, when they got drafted, one got drafted in Seattle, the other one got drafted to wherever. They even said it, and Chris said it as well. JSN is a player that has a lot of injury history, So maybe that's what Bill Belichick didn't like, and he didn't want to take the realms of having that guy come and play, and they end up getting hurt. Zay Flowers also, when they were talking about Zay Flowers on the TV, they said the one thing that concerns them is if Zay Flowers can stay healthy. And the reason why nobody notices Zay Flowers' health issue is because the man played at Boston College. Does anybody pay attention to anybody that plays at BC? Like, come on. I'm serious. The man, he was the first, Jay, he's the first Boston College player to get drafted in the first round.
Well, that's true. That's true. I mean, Boston College, it's a smaller university. So, yeah, you're not going to have, a lot of high priority, first round picks unless you stumble upon a talent, right? So it happens. I get it. It was impressive to see BC have a first round pick. So I get what they're saying. I mean, Gonzalez is a good pickup for you guys. I mean, that's why I really couldn't say much because, it was a solid pick. You guys needed secondary help, and so it filled a need.
We got an extra draft pick.
And you got an extra pick out of it. So I don't know how you could get better than that, right? So, and it's not like you weren't talking to Christian Gonzalez, before that pick came. So I think if anything, you were a little upset at first when they went back to 17. And then when you realized he was still there, you were like, oh, well, wait a minute.
Hell yeah.
Maybe it's not so bad after all.
Hell yeah. I was like, damn, we got fucking traded back. We could have got a wide receiver. We could have got an offensive tackle. Then I noticed his name was still on the board.
I thought it was smart to move back, and I was kind of surprised we didn't see more teams move back because if you think about it, this year's draft, it isn't as deep as some of the prior year's drafts. This a lot of the scouts and stuff actually thought this was one of the weaker drafts in recent history. So I thought we might see more teams move back a little bit.
In preparation for next year's draft, and hopefully they hit that gold mine next year.
You know who messed up for next year's draft? The Houston Texans giving away their first round draft pick next year.
Well, the only thing is that they had two first round picks next year, so they still have a first round pick.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, Chris, you just said it yourself. Next year's draft is more stud and more, better, have better players next year. This year, they just needed, to get that 1-2 combination in offense and defense, and they did that. Now they don't instead of having two next year, you only got one. And now Arizona has two.
And you got to remember too, though, that the Texans do have cap space. So it's not like they can't bring in free agents.
Well,
if the right free agents present.
Plus, I think next year they had like 12 picks in the first 3 rounds of the draft. So
yeah, I mean, the Texans they got enough, and I totally agree with what Gonzo said. And I believe that is they had their driving captains for both offense and defense. So that's a good way to start off, the team, and they can find the right players. I have confidence in that.
Frankie, Mike says you took an L on night one
for the draft. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
He was not thinking Gonzalez was the right guy.
We got Christian Gonzalez and an extra draft pick, bro. Yeah, right. That was a W on our part. Did you get the? Oh, hold on, Mike. Did you get the offensive tackle that you wanted? I'll ask you that. Did you get the offensive tackle that you wanted?
I don't remember who the Bears drafted.
We'll get a receiver in this. We'll get a receiver today. Stop worrying about my team.
He's get a receiver. Damn it.
Why is he worrying about my team so much? We'll get a receiver today. Don't worry. Bill Belichick know what he's doing. But I'm going to ask you again, Mike. Did you get the offensive tackle you wanted?
Yeah, because Mike wanted Skronsky, and he wound up getting Paris Johnson.
Yeah, I heard Swansky went to.
But I will say Paris Johnson's not a bad pickup, but Skronsky I think would have been better.
You're just trying to. You don't want Mike coming after you because of what you just picked up in 26. Shut up.
I don't think Mike gave a damn. Well, that's true.
They didn't get Johnson, did they? They got Wright.
I thought it was Paris Johnson they got. Darnell Wright. I'm sorry. I apologize. Darnell Wright.
Paris Johnson went to Arizona at 6.
Yes, that's right. Damn it. Okay. I was thinking Johnson to Chicago in my brain, but yeah.
Reason I knew that was because I had to fix the ticker earlier, and that was the Paris Johnson.
He doesn't even know you guys.
Hey, listen, not many people stayed up to pick 26, okay?
No.
Most people went to bed.
They did. Mike's taking shots at you.
That's not really a shot. If Mike was taking a shot, I would know it. That's not a shot.
Mike
that's
watched
not
the
a
entire
shot.
draft. He watched the entire draft and he knows exactly who the Cowboys picked up. He only saying that because he didn't know. You lying. Stop trying to make Jay happy. You know you were up. You didn't go to bed after pick 17. That makes me happy, though, if you really did go to bed at pick 17. That means you stood up late just to wait until my team picked. So, thank you. Thank you for that. Mike, we're going to get one today. Relax, bro. It's still early. Calm down. I wanted a receiver too, but you know what? Let me live $50 damn it.
Oh, he said he wanted to see the Pats fuck it up. Hey, seriously though, man, you guys did have a shot at some good receivers, man. I hope that doesn't come back to bite y'all.
Yeah. Hey, you got to be able. I mean, yeah, you got to be able to score, but you also got to be able to stop people from scoring as well. So, I think Gonzalez was a decent pick, especially because there's still receivers out there.
Hey, you're only saying that because he's a Gonzalez.
No,
if it had been a McMahon or a Cruz, you'd have been like, yeah, whatever.
No, because
he's not even the right kind of. It's not that, Jake. He's not even the right kind of Gonzalez. He spells with a Z at the end.
Oh, there's different kinds of Gonzaleses. What do you got? Tall, short, fat, no hair, some hair. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Well, look, he spells his with a Z. Mine's with a S. He's a different claim.
Oh, that's because you got a little Caucasian in you. Not a big deal.
Listen, look. It's a great pickup because you gotta look at it. Like Chris said, there's a lot of other wide receivers in the draft, right? And I get it. We should have gotten a wide receiver in that point. But we made a good move on getting Christian Gonzalez. He's got the height, he's got the speed, he's got the arm length, and you got to think about the people that we're facing in the AFC East. Stephon Diggs, Davis from the Buffalo Bills, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Garrett Wilson. Like, we got so many people that we have to cover in the AFC East that we needed to get that extra person. I think Christian Gonzalez was the very great pick for us to get. And not only is him getting a great pick, but God damn it, we traded back and added an extra pick. So we went from 11 draft picks to 12 draft picks. Like, it was a win-win. So fuck off, Mike. We'll get a wide receiver today. Go back to sleep, damn it. How about this? If you got something to say, you come on here and you say it to me. Don't go in the comments.
Hey, off topic. So Judge had a hip discomfort, had to leave the win early. That's not going to be a lingering effect for him.
Who was it?
Oh, Aaron Judge. Hey, listen, I need all hands on deck right now when y'all are playing the Rangers.
Yeah, well, you keep forgetting.
Hey, my team done their part. We kicked the Rangers' ass.
You're damn right you did your part.
You're
damn right. You're damn right.
It wasn't pretty, but we won.
Hey, and Frankie got it off to a good start. He just has to keep it up. That's all. And consistency has never been their strong suit.
Yeah, I had the Yankees beating the Rangers yesterday with Cole on the mound. Cole's been killing it.
Oh, Cole, yeah, Garrett Cole, yeah. Well, even back in his Astros, he's always been an excellent pitcher, man.
But his ERA going in yesterday was 0.79.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah, he's at a 1.11 now. He gave up 2 runs yesterday.
Still, even 1.11. I mean, that's still Cy Young worthy, man. If he can keep up that, keep up the consistency, stay off the IL. I mean, could be his year again. You never know, bro.
I love when you talk good about my player. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Come in here and give me the shit. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Your team sucks.
That's what I'm talking about. The respect. Come in here, you say it to my face. Don't do it on the comments.
Your team
bitch.
trash. Who?
Are you a bird? You an owl over there? What's going on?
I'll tell you what I'm not is a wide receiver.
I know that.
You know why? Because I'm sitting here with you. You don't entertain yourself with wide receivers. You couldn't spell wide receiver.
You're right. You're right, because all we do is we got defense, baby. Defense.
That's cool. The Bears dropped 50 on you. That defense is great.
Okay.
Trash ass dude. Garbage.
Hold on. Let me ask you this though.
No,
you
don't.
Scored 50
I'm asking you.
You scored
what
50
receiver?
on us, right?
Where's
You
the
scored
receiver?
You scored 50 on us, right?
No.
You scored 50 on us.
No, damn it.
But let me ask you this question: Have you ever this entire time that you've been living?
No. Frankie,
this entire time that you have been living,
Frankie.
I'm gonna have to mute you for a second, Mike, because you're not gonna do this shit that you did to Jay on me.
Oh, hell no! Because you see what it is. You sat up. all off season, convincing us, me, Gonzo, Jay, the other Jay, Rob Scott, hell, even Dustin when he comes on. Nate's backstage watching it right now, convincing us that you're taking a wide receiver, man. Taking a wide receiver. Hey, we're trading for D-Hop. Hey, we're getting Odell. Hey, we're drafting Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Whoa.
Hold on. I ain't done with you yet. And you took
Christian Gonzalez.
Another
You're not gonna come in here.
Another
You're not gonna come in here.
No. Another defensive back. How many defensive backs have y'all gone through in the last 10 years? And you don't re-sign any of them.
I gotta turn on my AC. It's getting hot in here.
No, trash. You made me listen to that whole offseason. Hey, Gonzo, when I told you we were taking an offensive lineman, whether it was Skoronski, Paris Johnson, or D's nuts, damn it, we took him. Didn't take no fucking dude, You drafted Christian Gonzalez. You've been sitting here with Chris Gonzalez your whole life. Turn your camera
Keep
on,
going.
man.
Keep going. So when you're done, I can shut you up. Keep going.
No, go ahead, Dan.
You're done? You're done. You sure? You sure?
Maybe.
So go ahead. I'll give you 2 more minutes. I'll give you 2 more minutes. Go ahead.
2 more minutes? All right. Well, I have 2 minutes on the floor. Gonzo, your pick was a reach. That fucking sucked. Good luck getting another quarterback in the next 4 years. Jay, genuinely, I don't know who you guys took, but I hope it worked out for you.
We took Maisie Smith, defensive tackle. I think he played out of Michigan.
Oh, I hate Michigan, but all right, that's what.
Yeah, I will say this, and like I said earlier, it wasn't the pick I wanted. I really wanted the tight end because I know Schultz is leaving, and we need somebody that can, run that spot. And Mayer out of Notre Dame does have a lot of Jason Witten characteristics, and so I was really hoping that's what we would go. Mm. But again, Dallas has had a hard time stopping the run. And I think Dan Quinn said, okay, we're going to go get this run stopper. I hope he can do the job. We'll see. I'm not excited about it, but
all right.
I understand why they went that way.
Final point, because Frankie, if correct me if I'm wrong, I think I have another about 90 seconds. Skoronski, tiny arms. I don't care. From Chicago. Actually, he's from Park Ridge. Don't care. Not really from Chicago. That's a suburb. So I got a guy from Tennessee, my team, my favorite college football team, GBO. That man is a brick wall mixed with a bulldozer, mixed with cocaine, and it's a beautiful thing. So
and he eats a lot of corn. Yeah, he eats a lot of corn.
Perfectly happy with it. I'm perfectly happy with it. It's better than getting that gangbanger who was throwing down GD with Roger Goodell and Jalen Carter. That's not GD, but yeah.
I know that was my version. My bad.
Don't know what that was, but yeah, don't do that. But you know what? I'm blessed. I'm happy we didn't get Jalen Carter. We got the guy we wanted to get and an extra pick just trading with Philly because we played whose balls are bigger with Philly about who's getting Jalen Carter. I'm happy about it. So when Jalen Carter kills another person, I'm completely content. And I can say that now because he's not on my team. Jay, you're right. He's a murderer and he's trash. So you know what? Happy to him. All power to him. He's going to a place where there's a foundation, there's a culture, there's veterans who will hopefully keep him responsible. In all seriousness, I hope he has a great career and stays out of trouble. He's a great athlete, Hall of Fame talent. He's just a dickhead, and that's what it is. So I'm hoping that works out for him. If he would have came here, it would have been a problem. There's no veterans. There's no culture. Couldn't even tell you what an offensive line looks like. And I don't even know who our offensive coordinator is going to be in the next 2 years. So it definitely would have been a problem. Frankie, go ahead. I gave you an extra 30. Let me know why you didn't fuck up, even though you fucked up. I'm going to give you
the You don't need to do all that. And if you're gonna give me the floor, you're gonna give me the floor with you, motherfucker.
No, sir. Right, I don't want to be here. You own it.
No. Because you want to come
No. I got DJ Moore.
I got DJ Moore. You got DJ Moore.
So you own this on your own.
Listen, I bet. You want solo? Fine. Christian Gonzalez was a great pickup for the Patriots, mind you. Did I want a wide receiver? Absolutely. And everybody knows that. I even came in before we started the stream and even gotten into the stream that I wanted a wide receiver and I wanted an offensive tackle. But fuck it. You go at number 17, moving back and getting yourself an extra pick in the later draft, in the later rounds in the draft, that's a win. You see a top-tier cornerback in Christian Gonzalez fall right into your laps at 17. You take it because what wins you championships? Defense. Defense wins you championships. Mind you, yes, I wanted a wide receiver. There's more wide receivers out there. More wide receivers. The best wide receivers come out in the second round. DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams. Like, these guys were second-round draft picks, and look at them. You got Mike over there talking about DJ Moore. The man had to cry his way out of Carolina just so he can go to Chicago to make himself feel better. All right? I'm okay with Christian Gonzalez. I'm totally fine with him because now we're going into the second round and there's way more wide receivers there that we can pick up. All right? You got Seattle who picked up that dude who has prior history to injury. Zay Flowers. Can he stay healthy? Nobody knows because the man, like I said, went to Boston College. And I bet you when Mike comes back in here, I bet you he could tell me he don't even know the history of Zay Flowers because he don't even pay attention to a college called Boston College. All right? So we did good by getting Christian Gonzalez. So all Patriot fans out there, don't worry about what Mike says. He, his entire life, had never witnessed his team make it to a Super Bowl. All right? So, thank you.
Y'all suck, man.
I really hope your team makes it to a Super Bowl before you turn 30.
Actually, my team did make it to a Super Bowl against Gonzo's team when I was 6.
They lost
Oh,
to
you
us.
remember you were sitting in front of the TV knowing everything. You were knowing first down, second down, third down. You were knowing touchdowns and field goals and shit when you were 6.
Can I ask
Shut
you,
up.
I mean, it's
Shut
really
up.
hard to know what a touchdown is when you're 6 years old. I don't know how
Exactly. So shut up. You didn't watch. You were outside playing with your friends. Shut up.
I didn't have
You didn't
friends.
even know
I
when-
was the only white
you
kid,
didn't
and they
even
didn't
know-
like me back then.
You didn't.
They
you
thought I
didn't
was
even know
weird.
when this. You didn't even know the day of the Super Bowl when you were 6. All right. It was just a regular day
Can I
for
ask you
you.
a question? Can I ask you a real question? Gonzo, Jay, do you mind if I take you guys off again to ask him a question?
I don't care.
Well, here's my question for you. If I didn't know that it was the Super Bowl back then, did you know that Brady was cheating in 3 of the 6 Super Bowls he won with you guys? I'll leave you the floor.
Oh my God, him and his stupid shit. Shut up with that shit.
Little bitch.
That was a stupid take. That was a stupid take.
I have another question. Did
That
you know
was
that
dumb
Eli
as
Manning was
shit.
going to bust y'all ass twice?
No, I didn't. I knew he was gonna beat us once, but not twice.
But that was a shocker.
It was a shocker. It really was. But was it a shocker for you when you got your ass busted by the Colts?
It was Peyton
it?
fucking Manning, so no, it wasn't a shock.
I don't want
to
to
me.
hear it.
No,
I don't want to hear
hold
that.
on.
I don't want to hear that.
No. Here, I'll give myself the floor and own that one. Matter of fact, I might keep Gonzo here.
No.
See,
Because the Saints
now,
the Saints did the same thing. The Saints did the same thing.
Gonzo.
It was Peyton fucking Manning. What happened? The Saints beat him.
Here's the difference. It was Drew Brees. Gonzo, please inform
Now it was Drew Brees.
So please,
Oh my
Gonzo. I'm talking to Gonzo, sir. Gonzo, what quarterback did you play against in that Super Bowl?
Rex Grossman.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro. Where's Rex Grossman right now? Probably somewhere on a farm selling chickens. I don't want to hear that.
Selling chicken.
Sorry, this show went a little left, man.
Oh, damn. That was good. I like that. I like it. I likes it a lot. Let's keep it going because I'm out of popcorn, but I don't care.
All right, we can go. Jay, you don't have a quarterback.
He don't got
shit.
a tight end either.
Your running back has no legs.
He don't got a tight end either.
Hey, but I do got Maisie Smith.
Mike, let me tell you this, Mike. Let me tell you this, Mike, because
What is
you
that,
went
a
to
liquor?
sleep. Let me
I don't
tell you
know.
this, 'cause you
I
went
think
to
it's
sleep.
I
You
think
went
it's
to sleep.
corn. I think maize is corn.
Mike, you went to bed. So let me tell you this: the Buffalo Bills, the Cowboys had the 26th pick, getting ready to get what's his name, Dalton or some shit like that. The tight end, what's his name, Jay?
Michael Mayer was who we were trying
No,
to
the
get.
other tight end.
the other tight end,
Oh shit!
Kincaid. I think it's like Dalton
Yes,
Kincaid or some
I think
shit
it was
like that.
Kincaid. It was I think he was a kid out of Utah.
Yeah.
So Jay was really getting ready to get him. The Buffalo Bills make a trade to get the 25 spot, a pick before the Cowboys, and they went and got the exact tight end that Jay wanted. So then the Cowboys
But
come up.
at the end of the day,
hold on,
I
Jay.
would have been. Hold on. Damn it! You brought me in the conversation.
because
I've been listening to you yap for a long time.
because I'm
Just
still
chill
talking to
over
Mike.
there.
I'm still telling Mike.
Hold on.
You have to wait until
Oh,
I'm
damn
done.
it! Well, can you
done.
finish?
Wait
Shit,
until
y'all
I'm
been talking
fucking
for an
done,
hour.
right? Jay, wait till I'm done.
You've been talking forever.
So the Bills went and got the tight end that the Cowboys that Jay wanted, right? So then Jay and the Cowboys are looking at so Jay and the Cowboys are looking at another tight end that they were showing throughout the entire part of while the Cowboys were on the clock on Myers. They were showing the tight end, they're showing his stats, they're showing his game plays and everything like that. And then the Cowboys end up getting a defensive end, a guy that's named after a licorice.
I remember.
Actually, he's named after a corn. Maize is a corn.
I remember when the Pats were about to be on the clock and they kept showing Justin Fields, and the Bears came in and said, "Yeah, mama."
But this is the But this is the first year that you actually get to love Justin Fields 100%. Last year you loved him like 75%.
I love him all percent.
You're lying.
I'm not. I'm probably one of the only people that actually did support him throughout the entire year.
I know Rob Scott didn't.
Hell no. He's fake as hell. That's my boy, though. That's my boy, though, you know? Like, that's my dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, though. My man Rob Scott checks out after week 4. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, now Jay, you could go ahead and say what you wanted to say.
No, I was just gonna say, Buffalo. That didn't really bother me because there was 2 tight ends that were good quality tight ends. So I was like, okay, they took one. Okay, we'll take the other. We'll still be straight. We'll still get what we need. What pissed me off is when Dallas bypassed the tight end and went straight to the damn Maisie Smith. That's where I got pissed off. It's like, what are you doing? I know you need a run stopper, but I kind of think we need a tight end more at this point. It is what it is, man. Fuck. All I can do is hope at round 27 somebody of decent quality that plays the position of tight end is available because I know damn good well Schultz ain't coming back, so we're going to need somebody.
In round 27, you're taking Will Levis.
And there goes my life.
That's gonna be your replacement. That's gonna be your replacement for Dak.
God help me. It's gonna be another long damn season.
He says that now. But if that happens tomorrow, he's gonna find a way and an excuse to make himself happy and say, "Well, you know what? I've seen this guy's history. I've seen his videos. He's got the arm strength. He's got the legs. I think he'll be a good fit in Dallas."
Hey, look, I gotta try to find a way to make myself feel happy. Otherwise, it's depressing. It's depressing.
You just did it with your defensive end that you just got. Last night, you were so mad.
I'm still mad. What do you mean? What do you mean? Last night I was mad. I'm still mad. What are you talking about?
But you came in at the start of the show trying to look at the positive.
I'm trying to find the silver lining here. Okay, damn. It's called a coping mechanism.
Like I didn't get Skoronski, but I got a top 3 offensive lineman in the league, All-American.
Yep.
I think the guy you got might be a better pick than Skronsky myself.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I just wanted him because he was a Chicago kid, and I was happy for him. But Darnell Wright's better. I'm not, Frankie. I'm not being biased because I'm a Tennessee Volunteers fan.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watched them the entire season. I just didn't think. I literally didn't hear a single word about them even being interested in him, and that's kind of Ryan Poles' MO, is not letting people know. But I think the craziest thing is that Arizona still ended up with Paris Johnson even after trading down. They got exactly who they wanted. They got a big haul, and they still ended up keeping D-Hop. You know, Frankie D-Hop, the guy you were going to trade for the entire offseason that you didn't end up trading for, the guy who's still on the Arizona Cardinals right now, that D-Hop.
Yeah.
Also, I have a further question. Why is Gonzo 53%?
Because that's the percentage of Anthony Richardson.
Oh, I didn't even notice you changed that.
Damn.
I didn't change it. Jay did. That's why he's smiling like that while chewing some nuts.
Here, I could change it too. Can I change it too? Can I add to it?
It was a reach, but it's still better than, at least I don't have Will Levis.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say this though, and you know, Mike is right. I wanted a wide receiver. Jay and Chris knows that because I was saying it last night before the Patriots pick. I wanted a wide receiver or offensive tackle. And Mike, you know that I've been saying for a while that if we get a wide receiver in the draft, the one wide receiver I wanted was actually that kid from Tennessee, and he's still on the board.
Cedric Tillman?
Yeah, he's still on the board.
Yeah, I think that's honestly, I would trade up if I were you because I think he's going to go.
And you know what? And I told the boys at the beginning of the show that I heard news that New England were making calls this morning, trying to trade up because they have a lot of third round picks and a lot
Yep.
of fourth round picks. So they were trying to trade up early into the second rounder because they know that they need a wide receiver. And I'm telling you, if they get the guy from Tennessee, you better come back on the show and apologize to me. You better.
I would think about it. I still don't think he's
Nah.
better than Jordan Addison or JSN or one of those guys, but it would definitely make up for it.
All right. We'll be 50% sorry if we do it.
I'll be all right. I'll give you a good 25, 30.
Bet. You better send me a picture of your feet then.
Who do you guys think had the best first round?
The best first round to me is honestly the Texans.
I say the Texans.
Yeah, it's not a hot take, but it was a take that blew me out of the water because I didn't see it coming, and I think that's definitely. I mean, all morning, all we talked about was the Titans trading up to number 3, and then the Texans just swooped in out of nowhere. So, I mean, I think they did their due diligence. I still personally think they would have been better off with CJ and JSN, but I mean, Will Anderson's.
That's what I was saying. I was like, how great would that be if they did another like Burrow, Jamar Chase type of thing, and did it with Stroud? I mean, I thought that would have been great, but I understand why they wanted 2 captains, right, for each side of the ball. So I understand why they did it, but that JSN connection would have been amazing.
But at the same time, like Frankie said, the best ability is availability, and JSN missed an entire year with CJ Stroud anyways. So, I mean, take that into consideration for what it is. He didn't play the year prior to that because of Justin Fields. So what connection do they really have? It's not going to be I won a national championship like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, but it definitely is interesting. It's kind of like a Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts kind of connection, I would say, but I think it's going to be fun. Another one was, I mean, I don't know. Gonzo, can I say who had the worst?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what the fuck the Lions are doing at all, like whatsoever. You have DeAndre Swift already on the team, and then you sign David Montgomery to an $18 million deal.
And then you want to get a running back.
And then you drafted a running back you could have told me if you took him in the second round, I would have been cool with it. But you took him at 12. And if it wasn't for signing David Montgomery, you could have convinced me that they're going to move on from Swift and that's what they're going to do. But you paid Montgomery a 4-year deal for 18 mil and you still have Swift. And it's like, I mean, I understand Gibbs is a very talented. I'm not an Alabama hater. He's a very talented individual. He's definitely somebody I think they're going to put in the slot a lot. I don't think that was a bar. It's something that I think is going to be interesting. You could still have him and Montgomery on the field at the same time, or him and Swift on the field at the same time. But
he's a hell of a player. But at that time, I didn't think that was the direction they were going to go.
Right. Not even at the time. Like, I think if you took him at 12, I don't think it's a reach. But you took him after you already paid 2 guys.
Well,
and like Frank said, you really needed a wide receiver given your boys are out.
Right.
Damien said the Jets had the best night. I don't.
Okay, so wait. So Gonzo, in tail, you kind of have to like look at it like this. Like tonight, who are the Bears getting in round 2? Chase Claypool is one of our picks in round 2 because we gave away that pick. So I kind of hear what Damien's saying just because they gave a first round pick for Aaron Rodgers. So technically they got Aaron Rodgers in the first round. If that's how you want to look at it, Damien, that's how you want to look at it. But I guess.
Yeah, but they also went and got defense when what they really should have went for was offensive tackle to go and get
they shouldn't have went offensive tackle, bro. I want that dude to get laid out. I want Aaron Rodgers.
I do too. Trust me, bro.
Every ligament.
Trust me, I was the one guy on here that was saying the same shit. Jay's over there like, the Jets should get offensive tackle. I'm like, no, shut the hell up, Jay. Why are you helping these guys? Like, no, let them get a safety or a punter. Like, no.
And they didn't do it. So now Rodgers could be laid the F out.
By Christian
Gonzalez. Time to be alive. Well, time to be alive. Jeez.
So draft starts back up at 7:00 tonight instead of 8. Okay.
Yeah, because there's 2 rounds going, round 2 and round 3, so the draft's probably going to last until midnight again. And it's going to be done today.
Frankie, for 3 rounds?
Hell no, I ain't coming on. Hell no.
Oh, no.
What?
This shit took forever yesterday.
Well, I mean, so will the rounds be shorter, or will the picks be shorter in time now that since they're doing 2 rounds? Or is it going to be like 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes instead of 9 or 6?
2 minutes, I'd imagine.
I was gonna say it's 2. I think it's 2 or 3 minutes. It's a lot. Yeah, the picks come quicker.
Yeah, it's got to come quicker because they can't do like they did last
year. They dragged that first round out so long. But I understand why. In a way, I understand why they do. You really can't bitch about too much because they're smart. They had over 130,000 people there live at the draft, so they're making
Kansas
money.
City fans, I'd have been fighting, man. I'm telling you right now, I'd have been fighting all those Kansas City fans. But then again, I would have been partying with them because the way they ended that draft yesterday, bro, yo, that was insane.
I would beat your ass.
Shut up. No, you won't. You're a Chicago fan. You guys don't know nothing about fighting.
Yeah, we shoot.
Exactly, John Morant.
No, better. We hit people.
We hit people with our bullets.
Oh, man. Will Levis.
Will Levis, Gonzo. That a great transition. Trash!
How would you – but, dude, how would it feel? You told all your family you're going to be the number 1 pick, and then you sit there the whole first round, and nobody.
That's your fault. That's your fault for thinking that you were going to be the number 1 pick. I wouldn't have said a damn thing. And you know what? That shows. Listen, can I, Gonzo, Frankie, Jay? I need all 3 of you to agree to this because Jay told me to be more professional on these shows. So if you don't want a Will Levis rant, that's perfectly fine. I need all 3 to agree.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm down for a good Will Levis rant.
Frankie Foxborough, Frankie C.
Bro, you already know I don't give a shit about Will Levis. Go let it ride.
Gonzo.
Go ahead.
Fuck that bullshit, man. That's why the draft combine is bullshit. Nothing changed. Not a damn thing changed. I'm gonna try. Jay, pull out your iPhone and put me on a 2-minute timer because I want to limit myself for my own blood pressure.
Got you.
You let me know when it starts, sir.
And start.
It's like it doesn't make any sense in respect to Gonzo because I don't want to come at the Colts either, but nothing from the end of the season to now has changed for any of these players except the combine. Like, I don't care that Anthony Richardson can throw 80 yards. That doesn't make you a verified top 5 pick. It just shows that you're an athlete. You're still an idiot. You still went the first 5 games of the season not throwing a single touchdown. No one wants to talk about that. Frankie made a great point that I didn't even realize to bring up is that he threw 53% in a fucking horrible conference. I mean, it's horrible. God awful. And it's something for me where it's like you look at these guys and you go, man, why are you a top 5 pick? Everybody was saying CJ Stroud doesn't deserve to be here. CJ Stroud's not going to go number 2. Why not? Everyone's saying, wow, I'm shocked that CJ Stroud went number 2. Why? He was the consensus. If you watch college football, the consensus number 2 the entire year. Some people even had him going number 1. Then the combine comes around and some white guys want to get rich on Twitter and they want their tweets to go viral. So they tweet bullshit saying that Will Levis is going number 1 or Anthony Richardson is going number 1. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. It doesn't make any sense. And it's exactly why you end up with shitty situations and why Jalen Carter goes all the way down to 9. And I got a little photo that's loading in right now, which explains exactly why you don't take a guy like this or you take any of that shit in the stock. It don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense. I'm sitting here, bro, talking about Will Levis, bro. Will Levis. I'm sitting here looking at this, waiting for Will Levis to get drafted. Hey, man, Will Levis is going number 1. This was him all night.
All night.
Looking at his phone. Hey, man. Y'all got the Wi-Fi password in here, bro? I don't know. Like, yeah, man. You're just staring at your phone waiting for somebody to call you. I mean, that's the craziest part. So that's all I had to say. I'm finishing a little early, but.
Yeah, you are definitely finishing early. Wow. Good stop, man. Okay. Well, rock on.
Shit's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it has to suck to be sitting there the whole
Well,
night.
I like what Glenn said. Did he bring 2 suits? But Mike, according to reports, I won't say it because I got chastised for the source I used. But again, I do want to say they have great swimsuits. If you haven't caught that magazine, go get the swimsuit magazine. But anyway, they have said that Will's not going to be at round 2. That he's packing up and going home.
I'd stay my ass home too.
I wonder if he didn't go back because the 2 women that were sitting next to him said, "Yo, you pulled us out here for this shit. We ain't coming back. We're going home."
Respectfully, because I work in the WNBA and I respect women and I love women. And they are some of the most intelligent people in the world. But my next statement is valid and true. And if anybody wants to tell me I'm lying, you can tell me I'm lying. Will Levis didn't get no pussy last night. I know he
Hell nah.
I know
he got a couch. He got a couch and a warm side of disappointment.
He had ramen noodles and stayed up till 2 a.m.
He had ramen noodles with no water.
He went on Netflix and didn't play a single movie. He just stared at the loading screen the entire night, just thinking about life.
Bro, that sometimes happens, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It happens to me every night, Frankie.
That should be happening sometimes. You said that, man. I was like, that should be happening.
Dude, every night I get high, I sit on my couch, I turn on Netflix, and then I'm just, are you still watching?
Then your wallpaper shit comes up.
Yep.
That's funny as hell. That is funny as hell. Poor Will Levis, man. And this is why, you know what, and it goes back to, you know, what Mike said. This is why you don't go out before the draft and claiming something that you think you are, but we know you're not. Like, don't go out there saying, you know, I'm going to be the number 1 draft pick. Because, bro, you're not even a first-round draft pick anymore. Like, you could turn out to be Mr. Irrelevant now. You could literally become the last pick of the draft.
And what made me mad, Gonzo was the one that sent me the news. The Panthers pretty much last week went out and said, we're taking Bryce Young. And then for whatever reason, every single reporter just completely ignored that and said that it was going to be Will Levis all week long. And I'm like, no, bro. Like, he literally just told you to go fuck yourself, and you just don't hear him. It's like asking a girl out to prom and she says no, and you kind of just stand there for a little bit and wait for her to say something else. Are you sure?
If anybody was going to go number 1 over Young, it would have been Stroud.
I'm going to say this, and I mean this disrespectfully. I would have took Anderson before I took Stroud, but that's just me personally.
I would have took Hendon Hooker before Stroud.
Ah, Hendon, man. That's my dog. I'm hoping today is good to him, bro. I really
Hendon's who I wanted.
So let me ask you this, Mike. Do you think Stroud is going to be a bust?
I wanted the Colts to move back and get Hooker. I did, but at least they didn't take Levis.
I don't even think you personally, Gonzo, I think you could have just rocked out where you were. Took Will Anderson.
Yep.
And then just got Hendon in the second round.
But they couldn't get Will Anderson because the Texans made a splash in getting him at number 3.
Yeah, y'all fucked up.
But hey, but listen, but are you thinking that Stroud is going to be a bust, Mike?
No, I love CJ Stroud. I just think Will Anderson's more talented, and I think that's really what it comes down to. It's also something for me where Will Anderson's one of those guys where I have no questions about going into this year. CJ Stroud's one of those guys that I'm going to have questions about just because of that narrative that comes with being from Ohio State. I got questions about my own damn quarterback from Ohio State. I can't flodge. I can't sit up here and lie to y'all. Like, it's really hard when you go from having some of the best wide receivers in the league in all of college football, and then you just now I'm on the fucking Texans.
Well, not just that, Mike. Not just you have the best wide receivers. You have the best some of the best offensive linemen, the best defensive player. You have the best talent.
You have everything you ever wanted, and that's a big part of why guys like Dwayne Haskins and a bunch of other people from Ohio State don't have success. A part of it is because some of those guys just couldn't hack it. You know, some of those guys had issues, like Dwayne Haskins had issues on and off the field, and that was something, you know, he had to definitely pay for throughout his time in the NFL, and that's something, you know, that's why the Pittsburgh tenured and a bunch of things that went into that. But, you know, there's other guys too. Justin Fields, you know, Justin Fields wasn't used to having an offensive line this bad. He wasn't used to running for his life the way he had to. He ran for his life because he was having fun in Ohio State. He ran for his life here because there were 7-foot giants trying to kill him after every hike. And that's just being real. And that's not something for me where it's like you just got to figure that shit out. And I think CJ going to the Texans, they have a nasty defense. They have a great secondary. They have Petrie. I forget the other kid's name. It starts with an S. Slingtree. I don't know how to say his name. Singletree. But they have a great secondary. Yeah, I don't know if it's Singletary. I don't think it's Singletary. But they have a great secondary of some. Yeah, Stingler.
Man, fucking Jim Irsay needs to get his ass off Twitter, and they better not fucking take Levis with their first pick in the second round.
Who they saying is taking Levis?
Jim Irsay's putting out some tweets that he just put out a tweet said, Colts fans, would you take Will Levis at number 2 if you're on the board for Colts in 4 hours from now? He said, and go Montana Young for franchise. Fucking Levis and Richardson isn't Montana and Young.
No.
Irsay needs to quit smoking.
Sound like
that'll be dumb. That'll be dumb as hell for the Colts to go out and get Will Levis in the second round. Like you just put your faith in getting Anthony Richardson and get Will Levis in the second round. That's dumb.
2 hours ago, before that, he tweeted, "Day 2 begins 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll pick early in round 2, or will we?" And then 15 minutes ago, he came back and put that thing about Will Levis. They take Will Levis in the second round. Oh,
bro.
Yo, Chris.
That doesn't make sense to take 2. So why would you take 2 quarterbacks in the draft? That makes no sense.
Just to start Gardner Minshew.
Chris,
oh my God,
that's crazy, right? Chris, let me
just to start Gardner Minshew. Wow,
Chris, we got a lot of 3rd round picks and we got a lot of 4th round picks, bro. What do you want for that early high pick in the second round? Because we're in need of that Tennessee wide receiver.
He needs it. Hell, we could use a wide receiver, but we need offensive line.
Nah. You can wait.
We gave up 60 sacks last year. 60 sacks. And we're not doing nothing about the offensive line, but let's try.
I'm gonna lie to you though, about 35 of those are on Matt.
Yes, some of them were.
A lot of them.
But the offensive line didn't play well.
That man just stood there and took it. That man was a porn star for all defensive linemen. He took it.
60. Think about it for a minute. It's 60 sacks, right? Mike just said most of it was Matt's fault. Chris comes in, he says some of it, but Mike says at least 30 of it was his. That's like half.
Hey, I'd say about 53%.
53%, Chris. 53% of it was Matt Ryan's fault.
Oh Lord.
You know why Chris looking down right now? Because he knows that's a fact.
I say 50%. Because even when Ellinger and Foles was in there, they were still getting killed as well.
Wait, hold on, Gonzo. Did you just name 2 other immobile statues that also don't move in the pocket? It's their fault too. Look at Justin Fields. Oh God, no one's here. Okay, so get the fuck out of the way. Go run somewhere, bro. Matt Ryan saw somebody in his face and was just like, "Hit me, brother."
So they averaged almost 4. They averaged giving up about 4 sacks a game last year. You're not going
rookie numbers, sir. You don't know nothing about being a Bears fan, dog. I'm talking 7. I'm talking 8. Justin Fields just hitting the ice bath in the 3rd quarter. Doesn't give a fuck.
He says he takes his pads off in the halftime just to go at ice bath for 15 minutes.
God, they give this man steroids in fucking intermission.
Oh God, I hope not. That's an investigation on you guys. Don't do that. Don't wish that upon yourself, Mike.
Oh well. Jay McLovin, who do you want to draft today?
What do I want to draft? I want to draft a damn tight end, but I'm drafted at number 27 in the second round, and I don't think what I want is going to be there. So at that point, they just got to feel best available, whatever's best available on the board at 27 in terms of their needs. Obviously, I still think they need some help, and they still need help at the tight end is probably the biggest need. Probably still need another linebacker. So those would be 2 needs. And then also you can look at the secondary still if they feel that they can still fill voids there. Offensive line would still be that would be a big thing because they've been losing guys right and left. So Yeah, offensive line would be a nice thing for the Cowboys.
I mean, last play of the season. Game on the line. Jay McLovin has a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and Ezekiel Elliott's under center. I mean, you got a lot of issues going on over there, Jay.
Bro, well, hey, supposedly Kellen Moore is gone, and Mike McCarthy called the plays. So supposedly everything is supposed to be sunshine and freaking rainbows. Honestly, I like it because when Mike McCarthy screws it up, he has nothing to blame but himself, and he will finally be out the door.
Yeah, from my personal
He ain't going nowhere.
experience with
Jerry's not
that,
gonna get rid of him.
that's going to be a bad time.
Yeah,
he's an awful play caller.
Oh no, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like he has no security blanket to fall back on now. Like, how's he going to explain it to Jerry if they suck even worse? Like, what's that conversation going to look like? Well, I took the play call
on the new one.
He's going to say, Frankie, I'm sorry. And Frankie's going to say, it's okay. And then they're going to go about their day.
Him and Jerry will have another sleepover, and they'll be buddy, and they'll be all right.
Little nap time together.
You'll still be stuck with McCarthy.
In a Jay perfect world, we would get rid of McCarthy because he sucks. We'd go talk to Brian Flores and bring Brian Flores over from Minnesota, and everything would be, at least I think everything would be a lot better.
Brian Flores is with Minnesota?
Yeah, he's a defensive coordinator.
Oh, that's fucked up. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, also, wait, Gonzo, did you guys talk about Minnesota? I hope Dustin's watching.
No, we didn't.
They took Jordan Addison, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest moves of the draft. I really do. I think him and Justin Jefferson and T.J. Hawkinson, Dalvin Cook, I mean, they got some dogs over there.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel so much better that Kirk Cousins is throwing the ball, you know? Like, imagine if that was like someone that really can throw the ball.
And they're talking about getting rid of Cook.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Going with Madison.
I'll take him.
And it's so funny that you say that, Mike, because all last season, everybody's riding high on Minnesota and how well they were doing. And I'm over here just like, bro, they got Kirk Cousins. They're not going to do nothing. Kirk Cousins can't show up in the times where they need him the most. Like, everybody's looking at how well Minnesota did last year. Let's be realistic, though. These guys won how many games by 3 points or less? Like, they were close to losing to teams that realistically they should have been blowing out.
I agree.
I mean, you got Kirk Cousins behind there. They, like I said, like you said, they got great weapons now and absolutely stud offense wide receivers and shit like that. But it's Kirk Cousins that's throwing to them. And that's the one person that's going to freaking be the downfall of all these people around him.
I heard that, baby boy.
Wow.
All right. Let's go ahead and get the final thoughts.
Hell no. Another hour.
You guys can do you guys can do another hour. I gotta go.
Oh, nope. I don't want to then.
I got another show I gotta do.
Nope. I gotta watch Gonzo's show. I watch it every day. He gives me picks that don't work.
Hey,
damn, that's
it's not mean. Gonzo be fucking with my money. I'll be having this parlay, and the other day, Gonzo, can this be my final thought?
Sure.
I forgot what it was. It was baseball, and I had a 13-leg parlay. I was watching the show with Pops, and I was like, this is what's up. And then I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take one of Gonzo's picks. I forgot what it was. I'm going to go find it for you later. Because Gonzo was like, this is the sure pick of the night. I think you guys should pick this one. And all 13 of my legs hit except the one Gonzo told me to pick. So, fuck you.
No, yesterday my picks were 5-2, and my picks are 241 or no, yeah, 240, no, 245 and 246 and 201 on the year.
When you do these picks, are you doing like all in one, or do you put different money in different places?
Can you guys talk about this on the next show? Damn it!
How about check this out and talk about your show, Gonzo. Go ahead.
Sometimes I do parlays, and other times just single picks. But yeah, these picks here.
Are you saying a parlay or a parfait?
You fucking jabroni.
Yeah, but no. most time my dad gives out parlays every day. I usually give out single picks, but sometimes I put in parlays as well.
Tell Pops hit me up.
Oh, he'll be on here in just a few. He kills it in hockey, man. That dude's been killing it in hockey. But I've been doing good in NBA. Yesterday I was 5-0 in NBA.
Yeah, let's not talk about hockey because I know Frankie feeling some type of way about the Bruins right now.
Oh,
No, I'm feeling some type of way about the Bruins and the freaking Lakers, bro. They could have
When-
closed it out
when-
the same night, damn it.
Wednesday I was 5-0 in NBA. Yesterday there was just the one NBA game. I had it right. I was 2-0 in NBA.
Hell
That
yeah.
took me over.
Hell yeah.
3-2 in baseball yesterday. Baseball, man, is just it's hard. It's harder because you just never know what the hell's going to happen.
Dude, Gonzo, I had a $25 5-leg parlay, all baseball on guys who are going to get hits. Julio Rodriguez, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt, Mookie Betts, a few other guys. The two guys who sold me were Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani in the same night. Both went 0 for 5. How do you both go 0 for 5? You both make like $400 million. Hit the fucking ball. I just needed one hit. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't like I asked Jay McLovin to hit a home run and then do a backflip when he hits home plate. I just asked for a hit, damn it.
You took a bunt.
I could have took anything.
Right down
Anything at all. Hell, it wasn't even a hit. It was just to get on base.
A swinging bunt would have worked.
hey, hold on, man.
What are we holding on for, Jay?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I got like about 4 different things going on. Hey, I got to get out of here because I go to get some financial stuff. But my final thoughts are Dallas. For the love of God, draft an offensive lineman or tight end at 27. For the love of God, please do that. And my last final thought is, for the love of God, can somebody please rescue the Cowboys from Jerry Jones? Other than that, man, y'all be good. Lonzo, man, y'all be good. Frankie, Mike, love you guys, man. Y'all be good. I got to get out.
All right, later, Jay. Hey, Cowboys are taking Levis, so with that pick.
Yup, that's my final thought.
Would be my life.
Frankie,
You
got
know what
anything
my final thought? Yeah, my final thought is everybody look at Jay's name before he leaves. Hurry up, Jay, leave. Yes. 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 No, listen. My final thought is I hope everybody. What happened, Chris?
That was at 145. I got clipped that.
I had that shit in there for like the last 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw it. I didn't say anything. I wanted it to stay there for as long as it could.
I had a feeling you did because when you started talking, you did like a little, and then you kept going.
Oh,
so at that point, I'm like, Mike. I think Mike's seen
I was
it.
like this. Check this out. Hey, Frankie, you ready for this one? Ready for this one? Double burn. That's how I saw that shit.
Well, listen. My final thought is I hope everybody enjoyed their round 1 last night.
Yes,
and I hope everybody got the picks that they truly wanted and happy with the picks that they got. But tonight at 7 p.m. round 2 starts, followed by round 3, probably going to start at like 10 p.m. A lot of sports for me to watch tonight, man. I got the Bruins tonight. I got the Lakers tonight. I got draft night.
Real quick, Frankie. Frankie. Do Lakers close it out or wait?
Oh yeah,
Lakers close it out tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna close it out, no doubt about it. And I've said it since the beginning. Memphis can't beat us in LA, and I feel like LeBron James knows what he has to put on his shoulders, and I feel like he's gonna ball out tonight. The one thing about the one thing he's gonna need is Anthony Davis's help. Can Anthony Davis have an amazing game like he did in game 5 in Memphis? Man went over 30. But we've seen him throughout this series that he has one good game where he's in double figures. Well, he's in double figures in every game, but like I'm talking about like he's like high 20s, high 30s one game, like low 15s one game, then going back up to the 20s the next game. Like he's inconsistent. So hopefully tonight he can come out and help LeBron James. I want both of these guys, to ball out tonight, because if they really can ball out tonight, all we really need is for Sacramento to win one more game. If Sacramento could win one more game and tie it up with the Warriors, which, by the way, I don't see that happening because they're in Golden State, and it's really hard for anybody to honestly win in Golden State.
Game 6, Clay's going to show up tonight.
Yeah, so, I mean, If Sacramento can get a win tonight, it helps us a lot because then they'll force them on a Game 7 situation, and the Lakers will have a little bit of a longer rest before a round 2 series matchup starts up. But I think the Lakers close it out tonight. I really do, and if they don't, it's over. It's over, man. It really is, and it's going to be a disappointing end because this is a team that was up 3-1. Now they're going to be able to get forced to Game 7 going back to Memphis. I don't see them winning in Memphis. I really don't. So it has to be tonight, and I think it's going to be the night. But I don't give a shit because all I know is the Patriots better draft a wide receiver. Damn it.
Oh no, there's gonna be some good games tonight because you got Kings Warriors, and like you said, Grizzlies Lakers, and then tomorrow you get Suns and Nuggets start, and on I think Sunday you get Heat and Knicks starting. So got some good playoff games coming up. Want to thank everybody for joining us today. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports, remain at the All Sports All Plays Network. Follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram as well. We'll be back on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern for another episode of the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. Big shout out to Mike for joining us, Frankie, and Jay. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Hope everybody enjoys all the sports this weekend. Hit the wrong damn button.
Fucking Gonzo.